Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and I'm just doing this basement area today in this house. This is a repeat customer. I've been coming here for years, and they figured that they had grandkids here and they spilled some stuff here or something, looks like. But anyway, we're going to give this a clean, and we'll see how it goes. I've already done under the couch and the chair, or the two chairs and everything there. So we'll just do the what remains here. And I just wanted to share something kind of interesting that came up this morning. I was on Facebook this morning, and an ad for a carpet cleaning company appeared. And that's not a big deal. That happens now and then. But it caught my eye very much because, as it turns out, it was a company that I'm was very familiar with, because back in 1991, when I moved to the Okanagan the first time, because I lived here for about a year and a half or so, and then I went back to Victoria, and then I came back another year and a half about later. But anyway, when I moved to the Okanagan the very first time, I was hired to run a carpet cleaning business in the town south of where I live now. And this was the company that at that time I was basically running. And anyway, this is a truck mount operation, and had been operating for a few years already. And then when I left, I guess I left in 92, I think. Very shortly thereafter, the owner, he found a buyer for the business, because the owner wasn't actually doing the cleaning himself. He just owned it. He actually was doing, he had actually bought the business originally to do restoration, fire and flood kind of things. I guess he decided, since he was a contractor, that he wanted to delve into the restoration end of things, and that was why he primarily bought the business. And added it to what he was already doing, but he always had people who worked for him that operated the machine, the truck mount, and did the cleaning. So they did residential and commercial carpet cleaning, as well as he did a fair amount of flood work and things like that, which was my first foray into doing it with any degree of volume, I guess. Although we didn't do it all that much, thankfully. But I sure got my taste of it, and knew that I never ever want to do that again. That's a whole other business. But anyway. But what was interesting is, so this ad for this carpet cleaning company comes up, and of course it caught my attention. I thought, oh, that's interesting. I've never seen anything from them before. The fellow that bought it has still been running it since then. Just a single truck, single van, I believe. But anyway, so I clicked on the ad, and it took me right to his website. And I noticed something right away, which was really quite surprising, and that is that right there on the home page of the ad, he was talking about how they were offering a new carpet cleaning system. And in other words, they had changed, and it appears from the way it's worded that they're no longer steam cleaning, although I'm sure they must do it to some degree, but that they now have a new low moisture method. And they had a picture right there on the home page of a vibe, and he talked a little bit, put a paragraph or so where he's talking about the vibe and how it was the new method that they were cleaning carpets with, and it offered the advantages of obviously faster drying, and it was interesting. He also said in there how that this new system solved the problem of reoccurring spots and stains and wicking and everything, which is interesting because, you know, here he was a steam cleaner for literally decades, and now they're right there in his new marketing is admitting that wicking and recurring spots and stains, yeah, we have that, but we can solve it now with this new method, which is, I found that rather interesting. Obviously not surprising, because it's true, but nevertheless, I just thought that was, it was just interesting that, you know, here we've got a guy that's been using a truck mount for decades, literally, and he has now, apparently, according to the website anyway, he's now switched over to the low moisture and abandoning the truck mount. Now, I don't know why, I didn't ask, I mean, I haven't talked to him or anything, but, you know, the reasons would be, well, for one thing, he's about my age, so perhaps one reason is because he's getting to the point where pulling the hoses and running the wand is just getting to be quite a chore, because it is physically more demanding than doing what I'm doing right here. And also, the other reason probably has to do with the fact that operating a truck mount today is an awful lot more expensive than it was 10 or 20 or 30 years ago. And so maybe that's why, I don't know. Those are reasons that I would choose anyway. But anyway, I just thought it was interesting to see how things change. This is a guy, I mean, he's been literally cleaning almost as long as me, copper cleaning. And here he is now, near the end of his career, switching over from using the truck mount hot water extraction steam cleaning, and now he's choosing to go with the low moisture using an orbital machine. I think that's interesting. I'm not surprised, really, but anyway, there you go. Anyway, you can see I'm cleaning this with an Ironman, and I'm running at 300 RPM, and it looks like it's working very well at getting out the spots and stains. I had thought I was going to do a two-step on this, but I'm not. It seems to be cleaning really well. Of course, I've actually been here less than a year ago, and of course there's a anti-resoiling protector applied as I clean, so that makes the soil more effectively removed from the carpet anyway, so it looks like these stains are coming out pretty well. I did pre-treat them with the Suspend from the trigger sprayer, and it looks like we're doing pretty darn well. Now, by the way, just since we're thinking about it, I actually do have a Vibe, and some of you might be wondering, well, why wouldn't you use the Vibe to do this kind of work? And the answer is because this is better, because it's faster, because it's easier, because it's more nimble, and it's also not as heavy, not quite as heavy. The Vibe is over 100 pounds, I think. And I find the Vibe and the Orbot, which I also have, very awkward to maneuver in a house. Plus, they don't clean as well. The orbital motion on the longer pile carpet like you run into on residential, definitely I can out clean it, no problem with my rotaries. I've been saying that for all along, basically, for years. But that's just the way I found it anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the pad. You can see there's wear right here, by the way. This carpet is actually fairly old. I think it's more than 10 years old. So what I'm going to do is we're going to switch it to the B side. I think. Yeah, it's fairly dirty, but not too bad really. But we'll run over all the high traffic areas again with the B-side. Yeah, it looks like it's really worked well here, actually. See, one of the things, if I was using the Vibe, this movement I'm doing right now, just moving back and forth and moving around, it's a lot more difficult to do because you have to go back and forth because the wheels are tracking. I'm not saying you can't do it, obviously you can. And you obviously get used to it, but it's a completely different way to maneuver the machine, whereas one of the reasons that I continually harp about why I think the rotor is a better choice is the fact that it goes in every direction without any effort at all. And you're constantly cleaning no matter which way you go. As long as you've got the machine on, of course. But I just find it to be a much more nimble method machine, and obviously a wheels up OP would be a little more nimble, but then you have when you're moving the machine back and forth, such as this maneuver, you're constantly pumping your arms. And whereas what I'm doing is I actually have the handle of the machine literally resting against my leg at my waist, and as I move, I just step forward and step back. So I'm not actually using my arms. I'm using the entire weight of my body to make the machine go forward and back, and then to go to the left and to the right. All I do is slightly lift or slightly depress the handle. So from a physical point of view, can I show you there? Where's where my hand is? Like right, literally resting against my. Hang on a sec. There you go. There we go. This is exactly what's happening. See, the handle doesn't move. It's literally against my leg. To move forward, I'm just taking a step. To move back, I just step back. I'm just holding it against my leg. To move to the right, I'm going to slightly lift it. To move to the left, I slightly depress it. There's like literally no effort here. No energy really being expounded, or whatever. I'm not using my arms. I'm just basically, the machine is like an extension of my body. And we'll take a look at the B side. Oh yeah, see, there's nothing, really virtually nothing on here. It's slightly warm, which is what you'd expect. And the carpet is almost dry. Yeah. Just have to do the vacuuming in here, and then I'll be done. Okay, I'll do the vacuuming to groom it, and then the job will be done. So anyway, some interesting thoughts, and I hope that was helpful to understand how you maneuver with the rotary and how to use it properly. So So anyway, thank you for watching and have a good day.